We're also following breaking news on the south side. Chicago police say a 70-year-old man has died after he was pushed to the ground and beaten by someone at a bus stop. This happened in the Washington Heights neighborhood last night at 9:15. That's right around Halsted and 95th. You can see shattered glass on the ground and what appears to be a baseball hat. Police say whoever did.
Yo, I was recently reached out to by several different people on multiple different platforms, including YouTube and my comments, also email and my DMs on Instagram. I don't check anything on TikTok, so that's not even a factor. And you know what they were telling me? It was from people in Chicago that were telling me that I no longer had a pass to have a conversation about the crime that was being committed in the city. Meanwhile, you got a 70-year-old that just died at a bus stop, and they killed him in cold blood, and nobody is tripping about it, nobody making a big deal about it. You don't see anybody holding the mayor accountable. You don't see anybody trying to stop the crime in Chicago. And so it got me to thinking, not about whether or not I was going to stop saying whatever it is that I was going to say, but it got me to thinking about whether our priorities is really to stop the crime on a ground level, because I understand that the politicians is monetizing the crime in order to get more money from the federal government and to stay in power. But I also am trying to figure out, why is it that you guys have no smoke for the criminals and all of the smoke goes to the people that are exposing the problem that then would invite the federal government in to try to stop the crime in the first place? Interesting.
A woman is dead, another behind bars after shooting Chicago's South Loop this morning.
WGN's Courtney Spinelli joins us live with more on this shooting near a school. Courtney.
Yeah, good evening to you both. Grieving family members and friends of the 31-year-old victim tell me she had just dropped her son off at school this morning when she was shot and killed. Now the woman who allegedly pulled the trigger is in police custody tonight.
It's so sad you can't even just think straight.
Not long after the bell rang at this elementary school Monday morning, gunshots rang out nearby, leaving a young boy without his mom.
I mean, what do you tell a kid? When you just drop me off, how do you just say she's not here anymore?
Oh, don't worry about it, because everybody in Chicago believes that we're not supposed to bring visibility to the issue. Not at all. Listen, don't come here, don't stop crime, don't even be a preventative measure against crime. Don't invite the National Guard. Don't invite the president. Don't try to stop people from killing each other. And this is just normal. And it usually is happening amongst people that look like me, which shows me that truly amongst politicians and leaders that Black lives really never mattered in the first place. At least that's my impression of it, but we'll get there.
How do you explain it?
Police say the 31-year-old victim, whose name has not yet been released, was near Cermak and State just after 9. Early information leads investigators to believe some sort of a fight unfolded and the suspect pulled out a gun, shooting the victim in the face. The victim was rushed to Stroger Hospital while the suspect was cuffed at the scene.
It's not fair. The person doesn't come back. You need to understand that. They don't come back. Your life is taken too. So who really lose? Everybody lose. It's no win in the situation.
Kanisha works across the street and saw the aftermath of what happened. She doesn't know the victim, but is devastated for her family and friends and calls this preventable.
Violence is not the way to keep doing it. Nobody wins in a situation.
A family now looking for justice, as sources close to the investigation say detectives are speaking with witnesses and reviewing evidence to figure out exactly what happened.
It's so scary and sad. I don't even know. I feel real bad for the lady.
Now, the victim's loved ones tell me she was an outstanding mom who always showed up for her son. She had the purest soul, and she was the life of their friend group. Her family says she was working to become a nurse, something that was cut short. As of tonight,
we don't have to worry about it because, again, I know that these lives don't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a woman. It doesn't matter if you're Black. It doesn't matter if you're a Black woman. It doesn't matter if you're a 70-year-old man, obviously. The only thing that matters is if people feel good about whether or not the Trump administration should invade. Now, we all know that Trump is prioritizing illegal migrants in Chicago right now. And so he hasn't made a definitive decision on if and when he's going to send the National Guard to ensure that the people in Chicago are safe. And so while they mobilize and protest against, Trump coming in, you see people dying left and right, and nobody is tripping about it. It's not a big deal. People aren't making a big deal about it. It's okay. Mothers are taken away from their children. People can shoot each other in the face. You could be standing at the bus stop and you made it to be 70, but all you do is wait for a young dude to come in or older. It doesn't even matter. No age discrimination. That's the one thing I'll say about the criminals in Chicago is that you guys don't discriminate. You make sure that you get at everybody. It don't matter who it is. And maybe everybody is at heart really a part of the culture and they embracing it so much so to where it doesn't make sense to stop people from killing each other, because if they stop people from killing each other, what would happen is they realize that it's a better way to live. And God forbid that people come to the conclusion that it's a better way for them to live and that they don't have to resort to killing each other in order to have some form of conflict resolution, or just not wanting to rob or take something from somebody else, or not wanting to be a part of gang culture.
Chicago police say they shot and killed a person involved in a burglary and car crash that injured 2 officers. Arnold Brennan reports the police have made 1 arrest and are looking for another person.
Chicago police spent hours at the scene this morning. Waller Street was blocked off at Chicago Avenue by police cars and red police tape. By afternoon, that scene had cleared, but there were still signs of the crash and shooting left behind. Latex gloves, bandage wrappers, and pieces of a car litter the pavement. Debris left behind.
What a surprise. Nissan Altimas, Toyota Camrys.
After a chaotic situation on the west side. Chicago police say it started about 3:45 in the morning in Austin, near North Central Avenue and West Thomas Street. Officers were responding to a call about a car break-in. When police showed up, 3 suspects got into a dark car and fled. Officers caught up with the car at Chicago and Waller. That's when police say the driver intentionally hit 2 marked CPD cars, pinning an officer. Police say that officer opened fire and hit one of the suspects. Here's how the call came over police radios.
They crashed into the squad car.
2-3, shot fire, shot fire.
Shots fired by the police. Shots fired by the police. Got an officer hit by a vehicle and a person shot. Chicago and Waller.
Chicago police say officers treated one of the suspects at the scene, but that person later died at the hospital. A second suspect was taken into custody and transported to the hospital. A third suspect ran off and got away, but dropped a gun that police later recovered. They found another gun in the suspect's car. 2 officers were also taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. It's unclear if more than 1 officer opened fire. Chicago police say any officer involved in the shooting will be placed on desk duty for at least 30 days. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability, or COPA, is just beginning its investigation.
Listen, bro, here's the reality, and it's the dark truth, is that we've always had a problem in the community, but we've never really wanted to solve it. We've always acted like we were reducing crime, but crime being reduced has been an agenda since I was born over 43 years ago. And so if it was being reduced all of this time, then when is it ever going to stop? We like to pretend like we actually doing something, but the only thing that we doing is continuing to take money out of the pockets. And when I say take money, I'm talking about politicians, taxpayers, taking their money, you know what I'm saying, stealing property, and then continuing to act like they're doing something and they're going to implement change when you're getting the same old thing that you've been getting before. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. This has all been happening over the last 24 hours. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T. Chandley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. It's unfortunate.